How's it going, chat? Okay. Yo, Knivehard, how's it going? Okay, that's good. Yo, Narvik, how's it going? Alright, so I think we're just gonna do some drawing practice today. So the last thing I was practicing yesterday was I was drawing bike pedals, so I guess maybe we'll do that. We'll see. Yo, Murmur Sky, how's it going? Sin Neko, Cat's God, how are you guys doing? Yeah, let me see. Okay, this could be interesting. Can barely hear my voice. 1, 2, 3. Is this better? Okay. Kinda. I mean, I can make it louder. A little bit. But I think it'll sound worse if I do that. Oh, Kiten was your previous account? Oh, I see. Can you ask questions? Yeah, you can ask questions. I'm also doing pretty good. Right. Yeah. Bike pedals. That's what we're gonna be drawing. I wanted to draw whole bicycles, but like I'm kind of building up to that. Okay, hold on. Is everything in the right spot? Yep. All right. So I guess I think the hardest part, I was practicing this thing like yesterday too. The thing I was struggling with the most was the cylinder that's in the middle, because if you start by drawing the like outside form, to get that cylinder in the right spot, you need to have this plane so that you can place it in the middle. So I guess that would have to be like that. Speaking of bike pedals, this morning your pedal shattered and came off? Oh shit. That happened to me one time too. Like when I actually, well, I think I was coming back from working and my bike pedal broke. So like a good thing it didn't break when I was going to work, but yeah, that sucks. How do you have fun in drawing again? I mean, how did you initially have fun in drawing? Is the fastest way to improve in drawing to copy other artists? I would say no. I think there isn't really a fastest way to improve. It's more so just do what you need to do at the current moment. And sometimes that means copying other artists, and sometimes it means just practicing fundamental stuff. Other times it means copying references. So like it's basically just take it on a case-by-case basis. Yeah, the long whisker sticker, how's it going? Yeah, I get my references from Google. I mean, it depends on the type of reference. For a lot of like random objects, you can just get them from Google. But for more specific things, like if you're looking for figure drawings, I think it's better to find some sort of pose collection or buy one of those. And then you also have websites like Pose Maniacs, for example. Yeah, for the most part, Google. Which has gotten a lot worse because of all of the AI images that you now have on Google. Other than drawing? No, this was like years ago. Before I started drawing. Can't make an artwork without bike pedals. It's actually crazy. When you look at like animators, they can draw bikes extremely well. I'm not sure why. But it's like they know the exact anatomy of a bicycle. It's so crazy. You had fun when you didn't have to think about observation and perspective. Oh, okay. Well, that's gonna be hard then, because like you can't improve without those things. I think you might have to change your perception of how art works. Like instead of looking at art constantly as a hobby, you'll have to look at some parts of it as being necessary for improvement and then other parts as actually being the hobby. And that's the thing with observation and perspective. You have to just treat those as something that you have to study. I see the Persona 4 Revival trailer. I did. Yo, that was so crazy, dude. And the Persona 6 teaser. I was watching the presentation live. Like, that was insane, man. As soon as I saw Atlas come up for the second time, I was like, no way. No. It's not that. It can't be. But yeah, Persona 4 Revival is coming out, when is it coming out? Next year, February, right? Yeah, that's gonna be nuts. Got Persona 4 Revival, and then, right afterwards, Final Fantasy VII. Final chapter? Oh my god. Dude, next year is gonna be so crazy. Yo, Hippo, how's it going? You didn't see the Persona 6 teaser? Yeah, it was later on. I think animation studios use 3D mockups for storyboarding. Yeah. But like the thing is, I've seen like sketchbook drawings from a lot of animators too, and like whenever they draw bicycles and like scooters and stuff, they look so accurate. I don't know Akihito Yoshitomo. I've seen some of his videos, yeah. There's a certain website, you know, that has limitless model pose magazines. Ah, I see. That's useful. 3 Game Award shows and not a single DMC announcement. Yeah, that is kind of crazy. I was waiting for that too. I was also waiting for Sony to like make remasters of stuff that are not just remasters, but re-releases of stuff that actually need to be re-released. Like, for example, the Infamous games. They're just stuck on PS3. No other way to play them. And oh wait, this box is completely wrong. And same thing with like Asura's Wrath, which is also stuck on that era. I'm pretty sure it's not on PC. But yeah, like there's no way to play that now. Got too invested in improving whenever you or when you try to draw for fun and don't think too much about perspective being perfectly mathematically correct. You get a feeling like you'll get worse in drawing. I mean, you don't really get worse at drawing, at least not within a short amount of time. So like, you definitely do need to just draw for fun, because that's what lets you apply the stuff that you're actually practicing. Did I do any warm-up before I started the stream? I did not. I actually haven't even drawn today. Like usually, well, I did the figure drawing in the morning, but other than that, I haven't done anything. Because usually I'm drawing like basically the whole day. But today I did not. And I can actually feel it, like my line control is really bad. Yo, Crazy Tammy, how's it going? What do I use for references on human anatomy? Just in general, I use a bunch of different books, like Anatomy for Sculptors, the Morpho books, and then pose references help a lot as well, like on the Pose Maniacs website, and of course like real people references. And then the app I use to show all of the anatomical stuff in my videos is from an app called Human Anatomy Atlas. Or I think it's called Visual Body right now. Emulators and a good VPN can help. The thing is, like, with the PS3, it's really hard to emulate. Because, like, all of the other stuff, you can emulate pretty easily. Like, Wii, DS. I think even the PS4 is emulatable at this point. But, like, the PS3 is still just kind of impossible. So I still have issues with diagonal wobble. I guess a little bit. Oh yeah, Stonehouse's Anatomy. I keep forgetting about that one, but yeah, that's probably the best one. That and Anatomy for Sculptors. Those two together are, I think, the best anatomy books you can buy in, like, modern day. Yo, Suzaku, how's it going? You want to get started with drawing? What are the first things that you need to practice? I mean, if you want to be, like, super serious with it, the first things that you should work on are line control. So, like, basically your ability to draw straight lines. Straight lines, circles, curved lines, that sort of stuff. You need to get really good at that, so basically just practice filling up pages of straight lines every single day. Same thing with, like, curved lines. Just fill up pages of that every single day. The other thing would be observation, which I actually released a video on Saturday, I think it was. So, like, I would recommend watching that video, but basically just get better at seeing things accurately. Like, for example, this is going this way, this is slightly curving this way, this is angled this way. So just get better at seeing that sort of stuff. And last thing would be perspective. So, like, well, perspective is kind of important. You can't really explain it normally, but basically just learn how to draw in 3D. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's from the different layer. Diagonally? It does still wobble a bit. But the thing is, I have this in, like, when drawing from, like, every angle. Okay, well, I guess this one is kind of normal, but... Yo, Cat, how's it going? What tablet am I using? This is the Zen Slabs Pen Display 24. With my previous tablet, I'm pretty sure I didn't have that issue, or I might have, but I can't remember. Do I also study from Hide channel, because the way I draw is kind of like him? Yeah, I definitely watch his videos a lot. I think on one of the streams I followed along with his like pose practice. Okay, what am I doing? I'm practicing bike pedals. Wobble gets worse as you angle it. 45 degrees is the worst. Oh, hold on, let's see. Wait. I think you are onto something. It's with the pen tech and the tablet's digitizer. Man, that's unfortunate. I thought it might have been a software issue. That sucks. I mean, it's not like... It doesn't, like, impact anything that much. Because, like, especially if you go fast, it doesn't really show. Is it good that you start to draw with a digital pen rather than a traditional? Rather than traditional? I think it's fine. I don't think, I mean, the one thing you'll be missing out on when you start in digital is that you get too used to using Control Z. Or like undo. Whereas in traditional, because, I mean, technically you can erase, but you're not going to be erasing that much if you're really learning how to draw. So your line work becomes a lot more accurate. So I would say maybe occasionally do a little bit of practice in traditional. Probably ranked 4th in terms of overall performance. 3rd is XP Pen, 2nd is Huion, and best is Wacom. Oh, that's interesting. And what's crazy about that is I'm pretty sure ZenSlaps charges like the same amount of money as Wacom does. At least similar amounts of money. Yo, that one Rafa? How's it going? Okay. Let's find something else. Do I give art tips? I do. You learn from him too, even though some of his videos are not translated. But in the beginning, he was the first you really learned how to draw. Same with Akihito Yoshitomi. I think he has like basically the best videos on the planet if you want to learn how to draw. There's some other like good animators on YouTube that have videos as well. Like there's Tasso Garea, who's a background painter for like animation studios. He has some videos on how to paint as well, but he doesn't really make that much content. Oh, this one looks kind of crazy. "16-inch tablets are really bad with the diagonal wobble. Wacom's the only one who doesn't have that issue." That's interesting. Maybe that's why I don't really like 16-inch tablets. You have the key to improve in art and draw from imagination, draw stuff like car engines from different angles. I mean, that would make you better at controlling perspective. Awesome soundtrack. Yeah, no, it's a really good song. This one too, actually. Oh, wait a second. If it's at this rotation... When figure drawing, should you practice with only circle method, or should you also sometimes practice using boxes? You should practice with everything. Like, if you really want to get down to it, you should be able to do basically whatever method and make it work. So if you feel like you need to practice with using more organic forms, then you should do that. If you feel like you should practice with using more solid forms, then you should use boxes. I haven't drawn anything in like 2 months because you finished your sketchbook and you can't find another one because you don't have a library in your hometown. Is there no like other bookstore that sells sketchbooks? Huion's Canvas Pro 19 is their best tablet. Barely has any diagonal wobble. I'll have to check that out. Definitely not gonna buy it, but maybe they'll send it to me. So I think turn up the mic. I can't really make it louder than this. Cause it's already like maxed out. It does look really quiet, but like I can't make it louder. Currently watching an animator who animated early Naruto and Evangelion. His name is Yasuo Moroi. Can't remember his YouTube channel name. I think... Hold on. I think I might be subscribed to his channel too. Yo, pitch is ours. How's it going? Wait, is it this guy? Because this guy's also really good. Yeah, by the way, if you guys want, like, drawing advice, then I would also recommend checking out this channel. Did I see the P4 trailer and the P6 teaser? Yeah, I did. Dude, that's so crazy. I was actually thinking of drawing, like, Persona stuff for this stream. Oh, it's the 19-inch one that I have? Oh. Wait, I might have to start using that one then. That's it? Yeah, that guy has also has some really good stuff. He also has a book that has some really useful info. How do you get back into drawing? You gave up 3% of the way there because you didn't believe in yourself. I think you just have to you just have to do it. Like, it's not about believing in yourself or anything like that. You just have to do it. I think it's easier if you have something that makes it fun. Like, if you're really into drawing comics, for example, then that will of wanting to draw a comic will help a lot with staying motivated. But other than that, I think you just have to accept that if you just have to stick with it. What got me into drawing? I was playing Persona 5, Tales of Berseria, and Trails of Cold Steel, and I was like, I want to make stuff like this too. And that's what got me into drawing. So like basically just I guess art from other artists, I guess, is what got me into doing art. Oh wait, this has to go that way. Experiencing a new Persona game for the first time is way too good. Yeah, yo, I actually can't wait. I think if I had to guess, it's probably coming out towards the end of next year or early 2028. That would be my guess for like when it's coming out. Yo, Maximilian, how's it going? The 24-inch I have is also really good. I can use that instead of the 19-inch one. Okay. I'll probably get it set up tomorrow then and test it and see if it feels better. Have I ever played Gartic Phone with people in Discord or stream? Yeah, I have. That was, I think that was like over a year ago. Definitely should do that again at some point. Because it was really fun, but, I'm not gonna say, like, what happened, but that stream did get demonetized. What did they do to Kanji? Yeah, they gave them all new voice actors. I actually haven't watched that trailer like super close yet. I'll probably watch it again like after stream. I think I'll keep it like that. I think this thing should have been extended a bit further, like all the way to the edge. Live streams don't get copyright claims for songs. It depends on the song. Like for a lot of these gaming songs or like gaming soundtracks, it doesn't. Surprisingly, the Guilty Gear stuff doesn't get copyright claimed either. But the Final Fantasy stuff does. Don't think half the people you see got to where they got because it wasn't genuine. That or you don't believe that something could be that good by someone as old or younger than you. Yeah, because if you want to get good at something, you kind of do have to, like, be obsessed with it. Because you can't really do it for only, like, a couple hours a week and then call it quits. Leak suggests somewhere in 2027. Oh, that's gonna be insane, man. Yeah, that and also Final Fantasy VII Remake or Revelation. Bro. I think, so like Persona 4 Revivals coming out early in the year, then after that, FF7 Revelation, and then at the end of the year, maybe Persona 6? Dude, that's gonna be so insane. Should clean the drivers properly. DM document link about cleaning wrong tablet drivers on Discord. Okay, sounds good. Do I use a stabilizer when I draw? I have my stabilizer set to 5. Oh, yo, and I also just remembered, isn't there a like an alternate version of Danganronpa 2 coming out? New Atlas was remaking the games for funds to make Persona 6. Can't wait for P6R though. I think at this point they'll just make it they'll make it like DLC that you can buy separately, like what they did with Persona 3. Or like if they make a second version like what they did with P5R. I think it's going to be DLC. DMC1 remake. I am actually surprised they haven't made a DMC1 remake. Because they've been remaking all the Resident Evil stuff. But they've only like re-released the Devil May Cry stuff. Although maybe it's a good thing that Devil May Cry 2 is just stuck on older platforms. Oh yeah, and Monster Hunter Wilds is also getting the expansion. I wasn't a huge fan of how Monster Hunter Wilds turned out, but maybe the expansion is gonna like fix a lot of the stuff that went wrong in that game. At least that's how I like to cope. Some things are too hard to believe that you refuse to believe it to make yourself feel better by coping. Is a specific sketchbook needed to draw better? Because you hear them say that paper is different, but does it really affect your drawing improvement? So the paper is different. But like drawing improvement wise, it doesn't really affect it. You can use whatever paper you want. Like you can use just regular printer paper if that's what you want to do. But better paper does feel it does feel like better to draw on. I'm not sure what it is, but the those Japanese like Maruman Kroki sketchbooks, those have a really good paper for drawing. DMC2 is in the DMC HD collection, right? Forgot about that. Wait a second. So this is going down and then going that way. Up, up, up. Oh yeah, okay. You haven't shared or talked much about art, but I think you're improving at a pretty steady pace, or at least drawing 5 full pieces plus practice. Oh, okay, okay. That's good. Yeah, I saw you posted one of your drawings in the channel, but I haven't responded to it yet. Yo, Zack Attack. How's it going? Can't remember if I already greeted you. I think it's a texture thing. Also, the thickness can affect how rough you can be. Yeah. So like the Maruman Kroki sketchbooks, they actually have really thin paper. But your pencil lead goes down super easily on it, which is why I really like that paper. But like, I'm not entirely sure how they achieve it. You just got out of the hospital? Oh, hope it went well. Hope you didn't miss much. Not really. You have a question in my Prove Your Head Wrong video. I show how to draw the head 3/4 view, so do you have to use your imagination for the other angles or use references? Are you talking about the one where I like show how to draw the sphere? Like you can draw on toilet paper. Yeah, I remember seeing a video of somebody like burning wood and then using that to draw too. I need to try that at some point. So for the other angles, I mean, I guess technically you would have to use your imagination, but at the same time, it's also about applying like your knowledge of how forms work. So if you're drawing the sphere and the horizon line is like directly in the center of it, it means that the horizontal ellipse will be a completely flat line. And then the vertical one is, of course, based on like how far it's rotated. So it could be like this, or you could draw it like that. If you want the head to be looking up, the horizon line could be, well, it's not gonna, it could still be in the center, but horizon line is going to be in a different spot. And then the horizontal ellipse is going to be tilted like that. And then same thing with the vertical ellipse, that one's also going to be tilted. So I guess technically you do have to use your imagination, but at the same time, it's also about understanding like how the forms actually fit together. Somebody actually made a tool that lets you rotate the sphere. I think I linked it in the art resources stuff on Discord. I did not. They sent it to me through email, but I didn't save the link. I need to actually look it up again. If you want the link to the tool, let me know. Any tips on anatomy and perspective for shortening and stuff? Depends. Like, what do you need help with? Or like, what topic in particular would you need help with? Okay, hold on. Let me find it. They sent it to me a while ago. Hold on, I'm looking for it. Where is it? I remember I saved it, but I can't remember where. Our ellipses is the worst? Yeah, ellipses are terrible. Oh yeah, wait, I found it. There's the link. cried when he was able to draw that good 3 years ago. Resentful Sins, I was not convinced. Are you talking about me? I feel like you really have to practice character and face turnarounds of the same character. That would help with learning how to keep things consistent. Like, I think what you can do is just find a character sheet from an animation studio and just try to copy that. I think that should be good practice. Yo, I think what I hate the most about ellipses is when you have a cylinder, like let's say you have a cylinder like this, right? You have two ellipses that you've decided the width of, but then if, let's say you want to draw an ellipse like in the middle of it, you have to just guess how wide that ellipse needs to be. Like, technically, it's not really a guess. If it's in the middle, you can sort of measure it. But, like, let's say you're just choosing a point, like right here, for example, and you have to draw the ellipse. It's really hard to know how wide it needs to be. I think that's the thing that annoys me the most about these. You'd love to know what type of drawing tablet you should get that's cheaper. Should I get an iPad or a Samsung? Definitely don't get those if you want cheap. Yeah, listen to what Mir says. Make a tutorial about cell shading. You know, now that you mention it, that might actually be a... Hold on, let me write that down. I might do that next week. Because I think actually I need to make tutorials about like anatomy stuff too, but yeah, I think the cell shading tutorial would actually be a good idea. There's a lot of people that draw on weird stuff if you had put that much effort on your life. Catching up on ReZero yet? Latest episode got a 9.9 rating? Damn. I have not caught up on it yet. It's still gonna take me a while. Like the limbs, how to get the proportions right while in perspective, or like foreshortening. So with that specifically, you can just use a circle. So like, so like if you're looking at an arm, if you place the center of rotation around the level of the shoulder. I need to put this on a different layer, actually. If you place it around the middle of the shoulder, the arm moves in an arc, and you can show where that arc is. Or well, I guess this arc is a circle. So if the arm moves to the side, it just moves along this circle. And in perspective, you can make or you can turn a circle into an ellipse. So basically, if you want to foreshorten the arm, you just need to draw the ellipse of whatever plane you want the arm to move in. And then I guess you can technically do the same thing with the elbow, which will be half the size of the bigger one. And then we know that the elbow is going to be right around there. And we know that the wrist is going to be around here. So that's like an easy way to do foreshortening for limbs. After you got out of the beginner phase, it's like you don't know what to do, confusing. Currently working on observation, background, and perspective. And regular figure drawing. It's also pretty hard because there aren't that many resources for like slightly more advanced things that you need to learn. But yeah, basically just keep working on observation. I think that would help a lot with figuring out like the next steps. Yo, Alan, you saw a hand. Season 4 of ReZero mostly consists of 9.2 plus rated episodes, and 2 episodes are 9.8 rated. Damn. Definitely need to start catching up then. Oh yeah, the tablets without a screen are actually kind of difficult to use. I think when I first started drawing, I got one of those, and I think even after like 6 months of using that, I still wasn't fully used to using it, or like my line work was still really bad on it. But that might have also just been a normal like line control issue. Let's see. Next time I visit Japan or any country near India, pack up a tablet and ship it to you from there. Planning to buy a cheap Android tablet after school ends? Okay, okay, that's good, that's good. Yeah, I think if you need recommendations on what tablet to buy, definitely ask Mir. My rewatch of ReZero, how do I like it? I do think it's a little too slow in some parts, cause like especially because I know what's supposed to happen, or like, well, not what's supposed to happen, but like I know what the major plot points are going to be. So like as I'm watching every episode, I'm just waiting for that to happen, but it's constantly dragging me to like an older event. So like on rewatches, I definitely think it's a little too slow. But when it's the first time that you're experiencing that story, I think that's when it's at its best. Yo, I can't get this ellipse right. Um. Yeah, if you want to get a tablet with a screen, they are very expensive. Usually, I don't think you can get a decent one for like the same price as you would a non-screen tablet. But these things are they're super sturdy. Like I've never had one that like broke. So if you get one, you're probably gonna be using it for years. I should pay attention on the rewatch. There are a lot of hidden foreshadowing and details. Forget getting to the main part. Pay attention to what leads up to the peak. The thing is, I also usually have it playing in the background when I'm drawing, so like, I do end up missing a lot of details sometimes. Yo, has anybody in chat ever used or made like sourdough bread? Because like I keep getting videos of that in my like recommended stuff, and it's actually really made me want to try it. But at the same time, it looks kind of dangerous. The dough, I mean, like it genuinely looks like it's gonna eat me. Your mom makes bread. If you touch the kitchen, you're burning the house. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe I'll make this the homework exercise for next week. This is actually kind of difficult. ReZero music speak. Music when Subaru got to the village holding Rem's letter, and then the next episode that scene happened. I don't really have space to place the other one here, unless it interacts with it. Like right there. I've been seeing the hand drawings you've been posting. Yeah, I've seen them. Now you're doing them as warm-ups? Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Is there any way I can announce when I'm gonna stream 1 to 2 hours before streaming? Yeah, I think I could set the like schedule thing. I could set that maybe like 3 hours in advance. I've been looking at this for so long, like, it genuinely doesn't even look like this is laying on top of this one. No. Okay, so if it intersects there... Wait. So I can curve it, goes that way. I was wrong, the bread slice is too centered, they're leaning more to the left on the reference. Hmm. Like, I think what's difficult is the fact that it's touching it here, and it's also touching it there. Or, like, it's touching the board there. So it'd be like... You have one here. Then there's one... Or like you have one here, then there's one on top of it, which is also touching the ground. But it's also touching this slice, so it has to be bent. And then there's one sitting on top of that, but it's also touching the ground. Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy. Yeah, that would actually... Getting that right would actually surprisingly take a lot of construction. Because you'd have to mark where this top surface exists, and then every point that touches it, you'd have to mark that out. Yeah, that'd be kind of tough. Can't really catch the stream if you fall asleep at 10 p.m. Whereas the stream would start at 1 a.m. Oh yeah, that's pretty rough. But okay, chat. Think I'm gonna end the stream there. Not sure how bent it is, because if you check the borders of the bread, it looks like it's pretty straight everywhere. Yeah, that's the thing that's weird, because I think it might not actually be touching here. Because it's not casting a shadow. So I think it's only touching it down here, and then right here it might be kind of floating. I think this one is definitely floating. But this one, I'm not entirely sure. I think this might be touching it too. Or like it might be touching the previous slice. But that's... because they're at different inclines. That's so weird. But yeah, I think we're gonna end it there. I might actually stream tomorrow again because we're gonna be doing Minecraft maybe, so I might stream that. And if not, I might stream later in the week and actually do some animation. But yeah, I guess thank you guys for watching, and then I guess I'll catch you all next time. Have a good night, everyone.